Cut the gossip, get the game. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, you guys, we're on to pile 2, and the overall energy of this reading is worry. You may be dealing with some worry in this lifetime. It says, but I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, which I think is very, very true. Being worried about something really doesn't help at all. It actually causes, to me, a little bit more stress. Now, as I said in pile 1, worry doesn't start just, out of the blue. Here's some things that sometimes come over from our past lifetime. Here's some things that we're dealing with now. So I'm going to get some past life energy from the past life cards to see what may have took place in your past life to cause you to still worry in this lifetime, because it does happen. It definitely does happen. So let's see what comes out. Okay. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Okay. Looking good. Okay, so for the past life, okay, you got wars and battles. So it may sound like that this person may have been a soldier, and in battle you do worry a lot. You worry about like your family, like when you coming home, are you going to survive? Will you get all the skills right? So I think, in your past lifetime where, you was a soldier, maybe you was a general, you had to worry about a fleet of people. You may have to worry about your survival. It just really, embedded into your memory and stuck with you through the lifetimes. And, you may worry a lot this lifetime, but I will say before I get any more thing that it will be okay, and now you know what it's kind of stemming from. So, let's see some of your callings for this lifetime, because, you may have to do something very great this lifetime, or your abilities may be very much needed in this lifetime. So, let's get some of your abilities and talents to see where this worrying spirit may affect that, because we all have these great, hidden talents. And so we want to make sure that we're tapping into that and not worrying so much. It does seem like, you thinking about it. Maybe that's why you tapped on this video, but you're going to be so fine. Let's tap into some of your hidden talents, abilities, callings. Yeah, let's tap into that. Let me shuffle the deck and see what comes out for you. Okay. This is actually flipped over. Let's do one more round. Yeah. One thing about it is, you do what whoever spirit this is who's watching this, you guys definitely have a straightforward spirit. Certain cards just came out, so you guys may be very particular people, more so probably I'm looking, I can see like your closet being real nice, your shoes being organized. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that just from this reading. And maybe it's because, it's that old school military background, that you have. They teach you how to, be prim, be pressed, put your stuff together, be disciplined, different things of that sort. So I'm getting that energy, and that's why I'm laughing, because I'm definitely getting that type of, prim, energy. But yeah, let's get into some of these abilities and hidden talents and different things like that. Okay, so you have discernment, you have claircognizance. I can't say that word very good. You have rebellion, and you have sophisticated. And I want to read two of these to you. You have discernment and you have clairkinesis. And so I see why you're worrying a lot. You actually, clairkinesis means that you are able to know things without having any previous knowledge. Then you also have discernment, which means that as well. But see, look at your discernment. You are very particular about the type of person you let in. I knew you was particular. It was just something about the way the cards was coming out. It was just letting me know that you're very particular. And it also does go with the sophistication as well as you look good. So you putting yourself together, you look well, you have the ability to put yourself together, look good, smell nice, and it draws people in. So you have the ability to draw people in just by, your presence. I could tell you definitely did the military. You could have been, a sergeant or something like that. Because, it's this things like you seeing it before it happens. And what you're actually doing, you're worrying extra in this lifetime because you're pulling energies from that last lifetime into this lifetime. When you worry a lot, you need to find something to get your mind off of that. Do something for you. Go and, take a spa day. Go out maybe to the range with your boys, get some frustration out if you do that. Maybe, do, one of your hobbies, go running, go to the beach, get your mind off of that, because sometimes when you're worrying, you're channeling the wrong energy just from your past. Whatever job you did was kind of prestige, you looked over a lot of people. That's what I'm getting. You looked over a lot of people. So therefore, you worry about them and that and what's going on. You can see things before they happen. So I could tell you was in charge. They put people in charge who could see who was coming, who had strategic moves about where the enemy was, who saw the land, lay out differently. And you have that in that lifetime. You probably could see things, things before it happened. You can read people like a book, so that's what you have. But you also is rebellion too. You also have a rebellious nature about yourself, but this is not actually a bad thing. I don't get that from that. It's like you do things your own way, and that's why I said these cards, when they came out, I knew they was particular. You do things your own way, and you probably do the same thing now. You do everything your own way, which is good. But just make sure it doesn't come off as, cold-hearted. And don't worry so much about that, because to me, this is not like, to me, I don't get like a warning sign like, oh, you're doing something wrong. It's just, you're very particular. You see things before it happens and you're kind of concerned about that, and in your lifetime too, you might be concerned about things that you see, they're going to happen. Maybe people don't necessarily see what you see, but you're not crazy. You know what you're talking about. And that's why you have to keep this little rebel spirit, because yeah, you definitely know what you're talking about. But don't worry. Everything will work out. Don't worry. You're just picking up different kind of energies. Probably from previous lifetimes, because you have this discernment and claircognizance. You know what that is. Let me show you. Okay. Let's move on to messages from your guides. From your guides. Let's put this up here. Get this a little bit together. I like it like this. I don't know why. Let's get some messages from your guides. Let's get some messages from your guides. Oh, and these ones just came out. I'm not going to take them, though. It doesn't feel like I need to take these, so I'm not taking those. Okay. I know this thing is so loud, right? It's like, girl. Okay. Turn down your volume. Turn down your volume. Okay. I like the way that just popped up there. Okay. Yeah, I can see that too. I can definitely see that. Okay. That's all I'm going to take. And I'm going to flip these over. You have, everyone has a value. And that's where it comes from you. That's your sophisticationness. Understand your body. Definitely understand. And you're doing that right now. You're getting this reading, you figuring out that it's worrying and it's challenging from the life, another lifetime, because you do have a certain discernment in this lifetime. So you're doing just that. Right now, you're understanding your body. And thank you for clicking on here. Express your feelings. And yeah, you got to express that. Like I see things before it happens. People may think like, you hide yourself, you hide how you really feel. They may don't think you speak out enough, but your spirit guy is saying, yeah, express yourself, let people know, because it's not what people is thinking. And I keep on getting that reading, I keep on getting that energy, like it's not what people's thinking energy. If you hear me talking in the reading, it's like it's not a bad thing. And even though you have this rebellion spirit, it's just you see things before it happens, so you almost have to do it your way. So it's almost like you don't mean no harm. And that happened because you like I said, you probably was a general or something like that in your past lifetime, where you had to be strategic about your moves. You couldn't just be moving any kind of way. So yeah, but anyway, express yourself in this lifetime. That would help you too, to stop doing so much worrying too, because it is what it is. So say what it is and move forward too as well. And like you said, when you worry, go find something to do for yourself. Go get a facial. Men and women can get facials. So yeah, and then stay open-minded, because everything is going to work out for its good. There's no need of worrying. See how those two cards go together? Stay open-minded, worrying, but you're learning it. And see, you being open to it, where it says, you understand, you're starting to understand your body. And then, I love this. Everyone has your value. That's your sophistication. I'm going to put that on top of there, because that's definitely that sophistication. You must dress to the T, whoever you is. It says, okay, accept struggles as lessons, things happen, maybe back in the day, something happened, to one of your fleets, one of your men's, one of your whatever, or, one of your camp. I keep getting that, it happens. You can't be always discerned. You can't always have clarity of everything, it's just how life happens. So even though you may have struggled in the areas or struggle with, seeing things clearly, it's a lesson, and it says love is your energy. And see, you worry because you love hard. You're probably that person, even though you prim and, you together and you may look strategic and got to make all these moves. You really got a really good heart, but you got this outer shell that's just like hard to crack. So, but your heart is pure. Your heart is beautiful. And that's why I kept getting like, it's not a bad thing, but it's just the way you express sometimes. Maybe, you're expressing yourself, but it's not shown through the love. And, love is your energy. You're all about that, Maybe that's why you got up these walls and stuff. Maybe something hurt you, someone hurt you, things hurt you, and, but yeah, just express yourself, because you're going to get away with it anyway. Whoever this is looks so good. You can get away with anything, but don't use that to your advantage, and ask for guidance. Yeah. Whenever you worry, ask, go pray, go talk to yourself, go talk to the ocean, go take a ride, whatever you do to make yourself feel extra happy, then go do it. If it's brushing your hair, if it's, getting some cold ice water, it sounds silly, but that's going to help. And then it says, set your intentions. Just, when you worry, make sure you like, hey, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this the right way? Am I worrying about the right thing? Am I over worrying? Is this energy I'm pulling from my past? Because sometimes you find yourself excessively worrying for nothing. Like, why am I so worried about that? Maybe that's past energy that's pulling through, because, you have your discernment. So, and you having your mind actually just, wonder about things that it really doesn't need to. So yeah, just set your intentions, when you're doing stuff, just make sure if it's, if it's really worth it. That's what I'm trying to get. Really worth you diving into, really worth your time, really worth your energy of for you to worry about it. That's what I get from that. Let me give you an angel guide card. Yeah, let me get you an angel guide card. Let me shuffle this deck right here. Then I'll get you an angel guide card. I'll get you something you need to work on, your shadow side to help you. Maybe you're diving into something a little extra, maybe that's making this come off as a negative to people, or maybe I'm not going to accept this card. It just fell out. You saw that. I'm going to shuffle because it's telling me to shuffle one more time, but maybe it's not coming off in the right way. But you mean no harm, whoever you are. You really are very talented and, sophisticated, and people can really use that, very strategic. If you're not doing a business like that, maybe you can do something like that. Maybe go help the Boy Scout or something when you worry, or start something with the Boy Scout or Girl Scout or whatever. I get the energy that this is a guy, even though, yeah, it's got some girl cards, but I just get this guy energy, really pretty guy, really handsome. You saw a really handsome military man. That's what I get, Yeah. There we go. Yep. Yeah. I feel like shuffling one more time. And then take that one. Okay. I feel like doing it one more time. I don't know why. When I get that energy, I just got to do it. Okay. So you got vulnerability and freedom. Be vulnerable. Be free. That's just, you can see that right there. Be vulnerable and free. Don't worry. Stay open-minded. What's in the past, in the past. I mean, what comes to you, comes to you. You can't do nothing about it. You have a lot to offer, especially, your strategy, the way you strategize. So like I said, maybe in that free time, put together some strategies for something, something that you want to do, your next business move, set your intentions, on different things that you can use all these abilities and talents to, keep you, not worried, and listen deeply, because it's actually in you. You have discernment, you have clair. I hate to say this word because I'm murdering it, but it says you have the ability to know things without having any previous knowledge, so it's in you. Listen to it deep. It's going to get you all out of this worrying stage and to help you have a beautiful, rest of this lifetime, and just surrender to it. I know you're stubborn. I know you're rebellion. I know you're a little rebel, but no, go ahead and surrender to this, because it's going to get you out of this worrying phase, worrying and depression and all that. It's going to get you out of that, and you'll be just fine. Now, let me get you some shadow cards, things that you may need to work on, and then some triggers that may have triggered you or will trigger you along this journey, because that is something that we need to know too. When we can know all this past life energy and what we need to do, but we can have some things that we just definitely need to work on. Let's pull some cards. I thought this flipped. I'm going to take that. Okay. Let's see if everything comes out. Right. That's good. You don't have really a lot of shadow things to work on. It says possessive. You're clinging on to someone or something way too tightly. Learn to let go. Love has no ownership. Everyone has free will. So love is you. I don't know if you get very possessive, over your thoughts, over what you know, over your ideas. That's why, set your intentions on what you want somebody to know, how you want them to know it. Express yourself. Love is your energy. You really got love inside of you. So there's no need of being possessive or caging yourself in with yourself. It sounds like you're being possessive with yourself, You're not letting anyone in. And, that's no way to kind of live. I mean, you worried about, are they good? And I see where this paranoia comes from past life energy. Are they good? Do they mean me any good? Just live freely and follow your heart. There it is. That's why you surrender. Follow your heart. Be vulnerable. Listen deeply, because it's there. Follow your heart. There it is there. Follow your heart, because you have it. It's within you. And you don't need to hold on to yourself this tightly in this lifetime. People sounds like they need you. They need your strategicness. They need how you move. Let's see some things that may trigger you to worry. Let's see some things that may trigger you to worry that you don't need to worry about. Let's see some things that may trigger you. Okay. Let's do one more round. I can see this military though. cards came out just what you needed. It didn't come out no other way. God just knows how to handle you. Well, at least that's what believing or whatever higher power. But it's just like these cards came out very. She's one possessive. Just clear. I don't know. Maybe if somebody watching this reading, they may be military, or they may be very strategic by how they move, or they may have a military parent background, something like that, where you're still picked up on those habits and those ways. And so, yeah, just be careful with that. When change needs to happen, I began to procrastinate, And then you have, when I don't feel good about myself, I become needy and clingy towards others. So this kind of lets me know this possessiveness is towards other. Maybe you in a relationship, with someone right now. And when you worry, you're like, where are they at? Where they've been? They might be not doing anything. So this is definitely seems like something triggers that's helping you in this lifetime. Don't be so possessive over, people and things. And don't procrastinate when you worrying. It's just like things happen, things change. I know you're used to doing things your way. Just express how you feel, express your way. You do have great ideas, and, be free, be vulnerable. Take on other people's energy as well, because they do have great things to say and will be valuable on your journey. Now, I want you to think of a question. Think of a question, and we're going to answer your question at the end of this reading. I'm going to pull an affirmation for you, so that you can remember on your journey. These cards kind of work a little bit funny, so they're hard for me to shuffle and bend. So I normally do little things like this, and then separate them in threes, and just pick it up the way I want, and take the first one off the top. This says, I know that I am seen, loved, and valued by the one who matters the most. So if you're dealing with, people, energy, your partner, or whatever, just know that this individual loves you. I don't know why I'm picking up on that now, but this is kind of saying that, when you worry, it's kind of bleeding over into your relationship right now. And you need to really express, how you feel to someone. I'm getting that now. Be very vulnerable, express your feelings, and understand, where all this is coming from, because it kind of sound like, and I will be honest with you, that in this lifetime, you may be running a relationship, or it may be dealing with some type of relationship that seems like the person is there to love you, and you want to love them too as well, but you're almost kind of used to your way. And I mean, like I said, it's still to that whole military background, and you probably get a lot of attention too, because first of all, you're very sophisticated, and that, that brings to me, I keep on hearing educated too as well as sophisticated, so yeah. But just make sure you're treating your partner to the best of your abilities, and surrender to the love that's really in your heart, because and accept lessons and struggles. This is not nothing bad for you, just accept it as it is. Now, I told you to think of a question, and then we're going to answer your question. Let me shuffle a deck, and then we can answer your question. I told you to ask a question. We're going to answer your question. But yeah, this is a really great reading. Not even just, also to not just a relationship like with, your partner, but you may, because I see worry, back in the military. Remember when, I say that you may be a general or something like that. Maybe you're the backbone of your family. Please don't, please ask your question or think of your question right now. I'm going to answer your question, but maybe you're the backbone of your family too as well. And so maybe you need to express to them, your ideals. Maybe you're making moves and they don't really know why you're making those moves. Maybe you're the type of person in this lifetime that are the backbone of your family. Maybe you're a father too as well, and you have a little girl, or maybe a child that you're possessive over. over, but you don't need to worry about that. There's a lot of things that you're worrying about, but I do, pick up that you are the head of the family, head of your own family, your personal family, as well as, with siblings too, as well. And so, yeah, and things, they may need to communicate that things need to change to you, or we need to do something different. But you may be taking your time with it because you're possessive and you're used to doing things in your way, or maybe your kid needs to, growing up or something, and maybe telling you, hey, mom, dad, male or female, I need to do this, or I'm growing this, and you may be possessive over them. So, yeah, just make sure you're doing things out of love with this romantic relationship. You're the head of your family as well as your immediate family as well, because some things may have been said, and you're really a loving person. You're strategic, as you are, excuse me. You are a loving person, and you have good discernment. You wouldn't, if you didn't have a heart, you wouldn't have discernment, and you wouldn't be able to see things before they happen. Why would God give you that? That's what I'm going to say. If you didn't have a heart, that's why it's not coming off as bad. But yeah, it may just be to a dad, with his daughter, or a mother, really on her son, or just in general, just a parent relationship, and not really letting their kid be who their kid need to be. Yeah. So make sure you hear all sides. Let's answer your question. Let's get an answer to your question. So you thought of your question. Okay. And I'm going to take it because it did fall out. And it says, this is a no. So whatever you ask for, it's a no. Yeah, this is a no. Well, that's about all that I have for you today. Spread love. I'm out.